Hey guys, so I'm back with another update. So today I'm going to be sharing something that I think it's actually a value, unlike my previous posts. So what I've been doing basically is I'm just comparing day trading to hodling with the same amount of money. And in 2 days, we made a little bit of money on our day trading portfolio. Although if you've seen the market today, we're going down pretty quickly. But what I'm going to talk about is two different methods that I consider when day trading. Now, the first one is kind of like a hodling and day trading using dollars hybrid. So basically what I use is Bitcoin and alts. So the idea is very simple. You write your alts, and once we hit a peak, you buy Bitcoin with your alts, okay? Then you're going to ride the downwards trend with Bitcoin. And then at the lowest point you can find, you're going to trade back into your alts. Now, this might not make sense yet, but it will make sense in a moment. Now, the traditional method is just try to sell your coins for dollars at a peak and buy back at a valley, and then you made some money, or at least you made some coins. Okay, so let me tell you why this using Bitcoin and alts rather than Tether and your coins could be a better approach if you're trying to manage your risks. So ignore this difference thing over here. So basically, this is what I'm going to be showing you. At the moment of recording, Bitcoin is around $35,500. So I'm going to be using $500 of worth of Bitcoin, which is about 0.014 Bitcoin, okay, at this value. Now, I am going to be assuming that this is the bottom and we're going to be moving up to 40,000 in the couple of days, in the next day or something. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be trading this $500 to an alt that usually bleeds a lot, but recovers pretty well. In my case, I'm using Nexo. I know it's just where my Bitcoin is. So I traded $500 of Bitcoin into Nexo. I'm going to be making back. I'm going to be trading back into Bitcoin at a later date, and hopefully I will have made more Bitcoin, and I'm going to show you why. Now, the other method is just try to sell $500 worth of Bitcoin for Tether and try to buy at a lower price. Now, let's take a look at the charts, and this is actual data from the past day. So we started with Bitcoin at the previous high around $40,000. Now, this amount of Bitcoin, 0.014, at this price would have been $556. Okay, so these are the prices at our previous peak. So ETH was around 28.50, ADA at 175, DOT at 25.8, Matic at 2.22, and Nexo at 2.55. So these were the peaks. I think it was just less than 24 hours ago. Now, so far, at the moment of recording, we dropped this amount per coin. So Bitcoin usually drops the least amount. Okay, so it bleeds not as bad as the other coins. So Bitcoin lost 11.2% in the past couple of past 12 to 18 hours. ETH lost 14%, ADA lost 15.7%, DOT lost 21.41%, Matic lost 22%, and Nexo lost 21.47%. Now, usually I would have gone for Matic, but as I told you, my Bitcoin is in the Nexo app or whatever, or platform. So I'm just using Nexo. The percentage is pretty similar. Now, why am I looking? So what am I looking for? I'm looking for a coin that usually bounces back pretty well, but bleeds a lot. Why? Because I'm usually going to recover that same amount of money. Okay, so in this scenario, so this is the amount that the coins dropped to today. So this is the percentage. This is the amount. So from 40,000 to 35,000, 28,000 to 24,000, et cetera, et cetera. So you can see the value of the coins at the moment. Okay, so what am I going to do? I'm going to take $500 of Bitcoin at this price at 35,500. Okay. And I'm going to be buying all of these coins as an example at the lowest point. Okay. Which would be at these points right here. And then assuming we recover that same percentage and we just go back to these original prices, what is my $500 going to look like at the end? Okay, so if I have $500 worth of Bitcoin at $3,500, like $35,500, by the time we recover to 40,000, my Bitcoin is going to be around 556. Okay, which is what I would have sold at if I would have changed for Tether. Okay, now if I change it into ETH, I would have made more money because ETH is going to recover. It bled more and is going to recover more. So it would be $570. ADA, 578.5. DOT, 607.05. Matic, 610. And Nexo, 607.35. So as you can see, the best coin to trade to would have been any one of these three, like DOT, Matic, and Nexo, because by the time they recovered to the same original value relative to Bitcoin, then we would have made more money than just holding your Bitcoin. Now, of course, if you would have sold for Tether, a stable coin, and then bought the dip, then you could have made a lot more money. Of course, Tether is if you want to be risky, Tether is always the best option because you keep the value of your dollar and then you just buy the dip at the lowest point you can. However, it is also the riskiest. Okay, and I'm going to be talking about that in a second. So if you want to manage your risk, but still take advantage of some of these dips, then using the Bitcoin to alt method can be a pretty good way to make some extra coins. Okay, so as you can see, we made like from $500. Once we recover, we made anywhere from 15 to like 50 more dollars using this method than we would have by just holding our Bitcoin. Now, let's look at some pros and cons of the three methods. So basically, the first one is hodling. You just don't touch your coins. And the pros is you get to keep your coins. However, the cons is if the value of your coins goes down, then you're technically losing money, dollars, or whatever you want to measure it in. Now, the hybrid, which is kind of a tether trading and hodl hybrid, like it's an in-between point where you're trading between Bitcoin and alts. You're actually making profit whenever you're going down, and you're also making money whenever you're going up. And whatever the trend is in the market, whether we're going up or down, we are riding it either with Bitcoin or with alts. So whenever we go down, we're trying to make more coins, and whenever we're going up, we're just making more money. Okay, so it's a little bit of a hybrid. The cons is that your coins lose value on a downward trend, basically the same as the hodl method, but it's pretty safe because you're riding the general momentum of the cryptocurrency market. Now, with tether trading, you stand to gain the most money if you do it correctly. However, most of us sleep around 8 hours a day and can't be glued to the screen. So there might be, in the case of Tether, this is the highest risk. Because if you fail to buy the bottom because you fell asleep and then you wake up and the market has gone up, then you have actually lost money. Like you don't really lose money using the hodl or the Bitcoin alt trading methods. They're basically hodling methods. You just maintain the value of your coins. Now with this one, you could make more money, but if you don't use your opportunities correctly, then you stand to lose the most money. So you could miss the next upwards movement, and it's also difficult to spot the bottom. So let me show you in the charts what it actually looks like. So let's see, let me change. Okay, let me change what I'm sharing. Just give me a second if this actually worked. Okay, so let's go to trading view for a second. So here we are still watching Bitcoin bleed. This is our current trend line right now. I'm waiting for it to break to the upwards, though I think we can go all the way down to around $34,000 I promise you, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I think I saw this little head and shoulders forming. So and then we broke downwards. Okay, whatever. That's not the point of the video. So what am I saying? So let's look at Bitcoin. So from our previous top to the current bottom, we have gone up around 10.5%. Okay, it was 11 at the moment I was making my presentation. Now let's look at any alt. Let's look at ADA. From the most recent top, wait, this is, yeah. So the most recent top, so I'm gonna say it was around 175 to the current price. It's around 14, well, a little bit more than 14%. Let me do it correctly. So around here, all the way here, yeah, around 14%. Let's look at another one. Let's take a look at Matic. So from our recent top to our bottom, around 20%. Now, the thing is, these coins recover pretty well. So Matic had a huge bleed over here. That's why I love Matic right now, because the recent drop, the like one of the most severe ones, Matic went all the way down to around 80 cents. But then let's take a look at this freaking crazy upwards movement. But then in a moment, in a couple of days, we managed to make, we went up almost 200%. So this recovery for Bitcoin was like what, 20, 25% maybe. But Matic managed to recover all the way to 200%. So whether you were using the Tether method or the Bitcoin altcoin method, you could have made some money by changing your Bitcoin to Matic, or selling some coins over here to Tether, buying Matic over here and going back up. So that is my thesis. What I'm saying is, if you use the Bitcoin altcoin method, you still ride the market. It is kind of hodling because you're still keeping the value of your coins. However, if you sell Bitcoin for altcoins at the bottom, you tend to gain a lot more in the upside because the coins have already bled more. And by the time they recover, they're going to recover a lot more. So that is my little tip for today. It's not actually a tip. You're not supposed to do anything that I'm telling you right now. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just a channel that I do for fun. But if you got something out of it, let me know in the comments. Like the video if you saw it. Subscribe to the channel if you kind of liked it. Maybe somebody will watch this video, so please let me know. And I'll see you tomorrow, maybe for an update with my HODL versus day trading portfolio. So this is the day trader channel, and see you guys next time.